Well, hello, collective. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome into your angel messages on Unmasked Universe, where we unmask the universe that lives inside of you. So, I'm sorry about yesterday's video. My personal life has been a bit hectic lately, and I did not double check my mistake. I did not double check when I set it for the premiere what day it was. I believed in my mind that I had it set for yesterday to premiere in an hour after it uploaded, but apparently that was not the case. So, my apologies. Either way, if you don't want to watch that one for yesterday, that's fine. Um, you can come into today's. And I did get my light set up. It's right here, and we'll see how that goes. The remote that they sent with it to change the light settings doesn't work. So I have to order a whole new remote and light and blah 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 blah. So we'll see what we can do with this one aspect. Yes, the trials and tribulations of upgrading and technology and all of those things. The light is pretty basic, so I thought, oh yeah, that'll be easy to set up. And it was, but it was more of the remote to change the light settings and dim it or brighten it depending on the light in the room. So this is what I'm working with right now. C'est la vie, right? Okay, so today's crystal of the day is citron. And I picked citron today because immediately, even as I thought about sitting down for these collective messages, my sacral chakra started to get really active and I started to feel anxious and I started to feel like I was falling behind and I started to feel as though um the list was insurmountable. So I knew there was some sort of imbalance coming through in the collective as well. We'll see if some of the cards are reflecting any of that energy at all today. But citron is a really great stone for a lot of reasons, and because it is associated with the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, which is funny because like the stone is it's called citron, but or citrine, depending on where you are. But it has some yellow in it. This is a really tiny point. It does have some yellow in it, but it's more orangey, so it's an interesting one. You can get more vibrant yellow ones, and I'm surprised at how little citron I have. I used to have a lot more, and I don't know what happened to it. So, the common citron, this is more so what it's going to look like. Just usually you have it in bigger samples than this. Um, I do have this beautiful sphere. It's so clear, it's as clear as glass. Okay. And then I have this different variation. This is really cool. This is called Golden Dream Congo Citron, and it's very clear looking and very smooth. And I picked up these ones when I went on that vacation at that crystal store because I hadn't seen any of these here. I could be wrong, but it just caught my eye this time. So I picked some of these up for grid making. They're perfect for grids. And then I have this really orangey one, and it's called Brilliant Sun. Now, again, I wasn't specifically looking for these ones. They just really caught my eye when I was there. So they could be much more common and be able to be found here. But, when you're crystal shopping, you're like, oh, vibration. Oh, I need that one. For those of you who are into crystals, you totally understand what I'm talking about. You're just drawn to certain crystals at that moment. So let's get into the attributes of crystal. And now my eye is I'm really tired today too, so just so you know, I'm just like I've raised my vibration, but my body's just like, eh. And it's probably because I had a lot of furniture delivered recently, So because I have a tiny house, I've made do with a lot of the stuff that I had, but it didn't fit well in my tiny space. So now I'm able to start ordering furniture that actually fits and works. And my whole living space is filled with, I shouldn't say whole, but my living space is filled with a lot of boxes and stuff that needs to be created. And as well as furniture that didn't work that's disassembled, waiting to be sold. It's posted, but I'm waiting for people to, you know, get back to me on that. So, yeah, it's making me feel a bit anxious too, just looking at it. I like clear space. I've talked about that, the flow of energy in your home. Yeah, that's important for me on an energetic level. So, citron is a powerful cleanser and regenerator. Carrying the power of the sun, this is an exceedingly beneficial stone. It is warming, energizing, and highly creative. This is one of the crystals that never needs cleansing. It absorbs, transmutes, dissipates, and grounds negative energy and is therefore extremely protective for the environment. Citron loves every level of life. As an aura protector, it acts as an early warning system so that action can be taken to protect oneself. It has the ability to cleanse the chakras, especially the solar plexus and navel chakras. It activates the crown chakra and opens the intuition. Citron cleanses and balances the subtle bodies, aligning them with the physical. Citron is one of the stones of abundance. This dynamic stone teaches how to manifest and attract wealth and prosperity, success, and all good things. Citron is a happy, generous stone and encourages sharing what you have, and yet helps you to hold on to your wealth. It has the power to impact joy to all who behold it. Gloom and negativity have no place around citron. It is a useful stone for smoothing group or family discord. Psychologically, citron raises self-esteem and self-confidence and removes and removes destructive tendencies. It enhances individual. I can't speak. Wow, I'm having troubles with coherence between my mouth and my head. As you can see, I'm tired today. And that was, all my own doing. I went to bed too late last night. So it enhances individuality, improves motivation, activates creativity, and encourages self-expression. It makes you less sensitive, especially to criticism, and encourages acting on constructive criticism. It helps you develop a positive attitude to look forward optimistically, going with the flow instead of hanging on to the past. This stone promotes enjoyment of new experiences and encourages exploring every possible avenue until you find the best solution. Mentally, citron enhances concentration and revitalizes the mind. Ooh, that's probably why I was like, I need that today. I already read that. Um, Visualizes the mind. Where is it? Where was I? Wow. Oh, right there. It is excellent for overcoming depression, fears, and phobias. Anxiety. Because what is anxiety? It's just fear of the future, right? Think future thinking. Citron promotes inner calm so that wisdom can emerge. It helps in digesting information, analyzing situations, and steering them in a positive direction. This stone awakens the higher mind. Wearing a citron pendant overcomes difficulty in verbalizing thoughts and feelings. Emotionally, citron promotes joy in life. It releases negative traits, fears, and feelings at the deepest of levels. It overcomes fear of responsibility and stops anger. This stone helps you move into the flow of feelings and become emotionally balanced. Physically, citron imparts energy and invigoration to the physical body. It is useful for people who are particularly sensitive to environmental and other outside influences. Citrine is a powerhouse crystal. So, I'm gonna put that over there. So get yourself some citrine if you can today. If not today, then maybe tomorrow. Okay, I have actually already pre-shuffled all these cards. Wow. I should be keeping some citrine on me right now. Just hold on. I don't really have a pocket, so that's going there. And you saw it here first. All right. I have called upon my ancestor spirit team and spirit guides. I have called forth the angels. I have also called forth your guardian angels. So, guardian angels and angels of the collective. That was way too many cards at one time. Ooh. What are the most important and loving and uplifting, possibly, messages that the collective might need to hear today? You know, of course, we're going to tell the truth here and not sugarcoat things, but yeah, like 4 cards just want to come out right away. So that happened in the last bunch too, and I put them back. But apparently, this is how it's going. Okay, so we have stability, angel number 444. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. Harmony, angel number 121. Embrace harmony in your life. Seek balance between your physical, emotional, and spiritual well being. Not a surprise that that is coming up. What was I just talking about? Feeling like, you can't keep the balance in your life, like there's too much to do. Your to-do list is just too big. And that can bring about anxiety, right? Authenticity. Angel number 787. Be yourself, pursue your passions, and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. That's right. And then we have security. Angel number 646. Work hard and stay disciplined to unlock a healthy and wealthy, or a happy. You're gonna have to bear with me today. Wow. I will get more sleep, I promise. Work hard and stay disciplined to unlock a happy, wealthy, and successful life. Your guardian angels are here to help you. So, probably the less reading I have to do, the better. So, we're just going to see what the angels would like to channel with this message here. All right, angels, what is it that you wish to channel through here for the collective's highest and greatest good? You can always tell when they come in, hey? I just get full on shivers and now I'm cold, so now I need to pull down my sleeves. All right. Okay. Oof. Okay. Yes, thank you. Um, oh my goodness. Goosebumps all over the place. It's fun to get confirmation, but it makes you cold in the wintertime, so I'd rather have that happen more in the summer, if I'm being quite honest, Angels. Okay, so what I'm getting is that in yesterday's message, actually, we got something about divine guidance, and I'm so sorry that did not come out on time. But you may be interested in just viewing that message just in order to understand what kind of guidance and all of the messages they were trying to get through, because it was a pretty important message coming through yesterday. Now, the stability aspect that's coming through today, they really want you to understand that this support that's being provided to you is also tying into that guidance, that divine guidance that they're giving to you. It's really imperative, they're saying right now, that the people in the collective are really tuning into that guidance by whatever means necessary or possible, because they are guiding you to make changes and shifts in your life one by one, like step by step, in order to release you from specific situations and outcomes. And these situations and the outcomes that are generated from staying in these old ways of being or old dynamics or relationships or patterns are what are actually stifling your growth, your evolution. But these outcomes don't have to be that way, is what they're saying. There is a a better way, there is a better path here for you. But they really want you to understand that it's important to tune into all of the little things that they're asking you to do. So, of course, when we're thinking about our intuition, many people are just thinking about gifts like what I'm doing right now, being a channel, being a psychic, being a medium. But in fact, there's so many, thanks for the confirmation, there are so many different ways in which we use our intuition that are underrated that most people aren't considering as a fact. Now, I'm speaking really fast today because this is now the energy that is coming through, which is completely opposite from the energy that I was in just a few minutes ago. So, if it is too fast for you, there's a feature on YouTube that you can slow it down, and that is recommended so that if you're from a country that my English is just being spoken too quickly, then slow it down a bit, and that way you can follow along. I'm not in control of the energy as it comes through. I just need to be the conduit and the channel for that information. So the guidance that they're saying that is coming through in many different ways. There are aspects of your intuition that are needing to be fine-tuned um, in how you perceive it and how you register that that is actually your intuition. So many people are walking around already tuned into these things, but ignore it because they believe they're just the programs or the thoughts in their heads or their ego coming through or the critic inside of your mind. And again, that video that I did yesterday that they channeled the messages through really goes into detail about, even if you just want to go look at that message about the uh, the guidance that they're giving you. It's really important to tune in to that guidance and learn how to discern between what is your thoughts, what is your ego, and what is their guidance, because they're really trying to get you aligned with the path that you need to be on, and get you aligned with the outcomes that you're desiring, because you're desiring a lot of outcomes, but you're not seeing the success that you want, and it's because you're either disregarding the guidance that's coming through from them, or there is some aspect of you that does not believe that this is the guidance that they are giving you. And they're saying, um, really pay attention to your thoughts, to your nudges, to your inclinations, to feeling drawn to go somewhere or thought to go somewhere or reach out to somebody or to do something at a specific time. Like it seems counterintuitive, they're saying. It seems very counterintuitive for you to actually follow through with that, because often what they're showing me often is that you're in the middle of doing something else that you perceive needs to be done in that moment, and you're putting more importance on that than the guidance that they're giving you, and then that's closing the doors to these opportunities for harmony and balance to enter into your life, as well as opportunities for growth, opportunities to expand and to elevate yourself. So in order to achieve this level of harmony, it's really important to understand that your stability comes first. Um, Before anything else, your stability, which is the building blocks for your foundation, like the foundation itself, before you can build upon it, needs to be stable and regulated. And there's things that need to happen in the moments as they're happening that keep you on stable ground, so that your footing is grounded, rooted, stable, and you're standing strong and firm in who you are, in your authentic self. And when we allow ourselves to become dysregulated and destabilized, then that shakes our whole foundation, and it has the potential for crashing down, for falling down. If that first building block, our foundation itself, is shaky, then we're going to experience what, I call personally, not them, I call tower moments, right? Where your whole life starts to implode once again. And it's there to show you that whatever you were building upon is not a strong enough foundation. And so there's no harm in it happening in the sense of having to rebuild and redo it. It's a lesson for you to understand where your foundation was compromised, right? So they're saying that this stability that's coming through comes through the form of their guidance, through them moving you into the path that you're desiring. But in order to move into that, you have to develop a bond and a relationship with them as well. And you have to ensure that you're using the tools and the guidance, or following that direction in the moments where it matters most. And so there is a lot coming through with this foundation being somewhat destabilized at this time. And that is coming in the form of 3D experiences, but being internalized within each and every one in the collective at this time. Um, and so this is coming in not in order to cause harm to the people in the collective, but instead to really have you take a look at where it is that you are creating that instability in your own life, where you're not bringing it in. So they're giving me the example of when you when you are in a situation with a person, and that person is perhaps saying something or doing something that you perceive as a threat at that moment. When you do not stay regulated and you attach yourself to the emotions, to the feelings, to the situation that is evolving, and you allow yourself to expand those emotions and to lose control of your own emotions, your own balance, your own footing in the situation, when you do not stay regulated and you jump into that emotional experience full on, then this is one of the ways in which they're showing you that um, you're giving your power away to that situation, to that person, to those emotions, to the experience, rather than staying centered, staying grounded. And this goes against some of the guidance that they're trying to bring through right now. This is the guidance that they want you to understand, is that these emotions that could be possibly being triggered within people in the collective are not actually real. They are an illusion. And so you have the opportunity and the choice to follow the guidance in that moment and to stay grounded and stabilized, or you have the opportunity to repeat that lesson and to get involved in it. And they're saying, like, by listening to this guidance, by applying it in the moment, this creates harmony in your life. This creates a very strong foundation, which brings in this harmony, this balance that you've been seeking. Thank you for the confirmation. This balance that you have been seeking in your life. But it does require practice, and it does require you to remember in each given moment that you are the creator of your own reality. And so that in part is not just a mental aspect or a belief system. It is also in how you show up in the world, and um, how you show up in situations when things seem chaotic, when people are trying to destabilize you, because these situations are coming to you repeatedly in order to reaffirm this lesson, to really ground it in your whole being. And in doing so, when you show up to a situation, no matter how difficult it may be in that moment, to stay calm, stay regulated, um, not attach yourself to other people's experiences or projections or emotions or their discord or the way that they're trying to instigate you. By not giving into that and staying stoic, staying firmly grounded and planted in that energy, you're actually creating this pure harmony in your resonance field. And so that actually goes out to the world and it's reflected back to you and it allows you more peace in the future. It may not be instant peace because what you are perceiving around you can feel very destabilizing, and people will intentionally try to trigger you and try to destabilize you on purpose the better that you are getting, right? So they're saying, know that with every moment you have an opportunity to practice this, practice it. And what happens is that the amount of harmony and peace that is generated from this vibration is going to come in massive waves. And it may take some time because it takes time for the universe to correct your path as you correct it also in the physical 3D world. So it's like you have to align the universe and you have to align together, but it takes you taking action to get into that alignment in order for the universe to catch up and meet you in the middle. And so also they're wanting to bring forth this idea of or not idea, but this principle of your highest self, your truest self would not attach itself to these emotions, to these experiences, or to others' projections of negativity on you. And so, in staying aligned in that way, you are staying in more of your authentic self. Now, if you haven't done a lot of the work to detach from past experiences already, this is going to be your stepping stone into your authenticity. For those of you who have already done a lot of work in your past, they're telling me that this is in full alignment with that authentic part of your soul. And so, no matter what side of the spectrum you're on or where you are on your path, they are showing me that by standing in this virtue, by standing in integrity, you are aligning with your authentic self and allowing more of your soul self, your authentic self, to emanate from you in those moments. And in doing so, you become the teacher to all of these people in this environment by being the example rather than allowing yourself to sink to other people's levels, rather than allowing your mind to reel or anxiety to control you or fear to control you. You stand in that integrity, you stand in your authenticity, and by doing so, you are teaching all people in your environment, in the world, anybody who is associated with you and your energy, you are teaching them by being the example of what maturity, what integrity, what love, what is confirmation burp, sorry, they come through sometimes. Um, what love and what self-love and self-acceptance looks like. And that means that you do not give in to the temptation to explode or to get caught up in other people's realms. And this is coming through really strongly. So I'm getting that there's a lot of you in the collective that are um, being infiltrated. They want me to use air quotations, infiltrated by negative projections. And some of you directly. So, some of you are experiencing this directly. This is why this energy is so strong, because it's really imperative that you understand that this is not um, how, okay, yeah, they wanted me to say this is not your battle to fight. But from a human perspective, it kind of is. It kind of is because these people came into your life to teach you something. They were your teachers, and they're teaching you how to come back to yourself. But on the other perspective, their projections and their shame and their guilt and their own fears that they're trying to limit you with those projections, those aren't yours. That's not your fight. That's kind of what they're trying to impart here. So there's two sides to every coin, right? And this is the two sides they're wanting me to bring through. Now, they do want you to understand that by doing this, this is going to require a lot of work on your behalf. Some of you in the collective are very tired, you're exhausted. And I have to laugh because that's how I'm feeling today. But they're saying it's not, this is not from like in my situation, this is not in the same way. This is over time exhaustion because you've been battling for so long. A lot of you in the collective are tired, you're exhausted, and you don't feel as though you can climb another step, that you're going to ever see the end of it. And they're saying that um, that is not the case. You are fighting this battle and you will see an end to it. And this is going to bring you a level of security that you've never known before, a level of peace and joy that you've never known before. But it is going to require a lot of work in order to get yourself out of that situation and into a peaceful state, into a balanced place where you can finally start to really recover that energy. And that energy itself is already within you. It's just that the physical body hasn't learned how to tap into that energy, how to utilize that energy in a proper way. And so do you know that throughout the steps, throughout the discarding of anything that no longer serves your highest and greatest good, they're going to provide you that guidance. They're going to provide you with the next steps. And that's why it's so important to tune into and start to understand and differentiate between what's yours and what is your guidance coming through. Because they're trying to provide you with this information, and they will, the more you learn to tune into it, the more you really discern between what is them and what is, the other things. Um, the closer you're going to get to feeling that security, and that security, it's coming. It is there. It's waiting for you. It's already aligned. They want you to know that you have another leg of this race, they're saying, to endure in a sense, because, and that's from the human perspective, not from their perspective, that you feel like you have to endure something right now. And they're saying that you're not truly enduring it. The physical body and the 3D perspective makes you feel that way, but the security is already there. It's already aligned with you. You just have to get through this last segment of what you're experiencing right now, this fight, this battle. And it is more than just a physical battle, which is why you're more tired than usual. You're actually battling on the spiritual planes as well. And so they do want you to understand that security is there. You are divinely protected. You are very divinely, I have goosebumps all over. You are very divinely protected at this time. And so you don't have to live in that space of fear. Your job is actually to learn to regulate it and to ground it and to move in your authenticity and be unshakable, unflappable, because they want you to know you already are unbreakable. You are unbreakable. You wouldn't have been put in this situation, whichever situation you're in right now and dealing with. You wouldn't be put in this situation if you couldn't have handled it, because you asked for these assignments. In fact, before you came here, you asked for these people, you asked for these experiences. And if you couldn't handle this last leg of the journey, they wouldn't have put you in this position if they didn't believe you could do it. And you wouldn't have chosen it if you didn't fully believe as a soul that you could have done it before you came here. So before you incarnated on this planet. So they don't want you to worry. They want you to work very hard at um, continuing the good fight. And that came through earlier before I even started this channel. Fighting the good fight for some reason just came out of my mouth, and it was the most random time that it came out of my mouth, so I knew it would be important. But they want you to put your energy into fighting the good fight, and that means keeping yourself stable, keeping your foundation strong, standing firmly on it, and staying aligned with your integrity, your values, your core values, your authenticity, staying aligned with who you truly are, and not giving in to whatever is coming at you, whatever projections are coming your way, and making sure that you're taking the steps that get you or keep you in alignment with that, keeping your energy and your vibration as pure as possible, because they're saying it's all about your vibration. It's all about um, how well you maintain your vibration at this point, okay? And that can be hard when you're exhausted, and it can be hard when you're tired, and it can be difficult or more challenging when security or this thought of a lack of security is impeding on your ability to just let go and go with the flow. But they're saying like that is a false illusion, and that security is already there. It's always been there. You are the abundance, you are the security, you are all of everything, you are everything. And so you have access to everything, but you are limiting your ability to access it by believing that you don't. So they're giving this idea because it's this lack mentality. And for some of you, sorry, my throat chakra is getting attacked and I don't have any water. For some of you in the collective, your ability to speak is actually being speak at this time, or speak in your authentic nature is being impeded by others. And so this can be some of those projections that are coming through, and that might be why. Um, for others of you, though, this illusion of lack is what is keeping you feeling like, sorry, not lack, the people in your environment or the situation that you're experiencing that you're looking to escape or that you're trying to leave. For some of you in the collective, this is an experience that is creating or generating this sense of fear within you. And so they're wanting you to know that should um, you should understand that this security in a, how do you want me to say that, angels? I kind of dropped the line there. This sense of an issue around your security. Now, on a physical level, it could be so. For some of you, there may be an actual issue with security. And so they're saying, like in your situation, then do not rock the boat, but do figure out a way to get away from specific people. I won't get into details about that, but because they're just saying like there's no need. You already know what I'm talking about. If there is an actual physical threat, it's time to make sure that you um, have an exit plan without word. And for the others of you, this is more of a lack of an understanding on how you perceive security. And so what they're saying is that other people can create or generate this feeling of a threat around you, but it's your job to remember just how powerful you are as a soul. If people are trying to attack you verbally, mentally, or emotionally, um, then it's because they're registering that you're becoming empowered, and that is a threat to their darkness, their demons, their shadow, their ego. And so you, in your situation, need to stand firm. For whomever this does apply, you need to stand firm in knowing that you are actually much stronger, and they know that, which is why it intimidates them. So for others of you, like this whole perception of um, not feeling safe does come from a wounded aspect in your root chakra. And so there are things that you should be looking at doing, maybe meditations, sound frequency healing, um, asking the angels for healing on your root chakra in order to that 1 second. This is going to come out regardless of who's trying to attack. Um, in order to heal traumas in childhood that affected your ability to feel safe. And so for some of you, I'm getting that there was childhood abuse. For others of you, I'm getting that there was severe neglect. So what they're saying is that if you if you ask the angels, especially Archangel Raphael, to help with healing on those aspects and healing and helping to release the energy that is associated in there that created this sense of destability, um, fear, and a lack of safety, then these are things that you can help yourself with and ask for assistance with at this time. Now, it will require you to lay down in meditation or at least in a quiet space with your eyes closed and envisioning that red light filling up that space and possibly shadow work or working with a therapist or working depending on how triggered you become by those things. But they're saying like it's really important to understand that we first need to release these things and confront them in order to feel stable, to feel completely secure in who we are. Now, this card also comes up, security and authenticity come up together because for some of you in the collective, or maybe for all of you, this idea of the two being separate is also an illusion, they're saying. And they want you to know that the more authentic you become, the more you stand in this authenticity, the more secure you become. And so this too comes down to this sacral or solar plexus chakra, where there is an imbalance or wounding in the solar plexus chakra. The more you stand in that authenticity and the more you heal up those childhood wounds, it could be a mother wound or a father wound, or again, it could go back to your root chakra even. But the more that we stand in that authenticity, the more secure we feel within ourselves and the more stabilized we become, right? Because we're building a foundation built upon truth rather than lies. And this brings in harmony into our lives. So, wow, that was a big channeling that came through. We're already at 42 minutes, so thank you, angels, for that. I'm going to pull one last card from here. Well, okay, I guess we're going to pull two. All right, so now I can put my braid down. It's less of a distraction. So we have the first one is Mystique, and it is not an angel at all. It is a unicorn. Okay, so it says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Yeah, so again, it's going to take your effort. It's going to take more hard work, but you know, this hard work is going to pay off soon. It's coming. So don't give up hope. Keep standing in that power of yours. Keep standing in your truth, in your authenticity, standing up for what you truly believe in, and standing in that stoicism, not giving your power away to any event, person, or situation, or even an emotion or a thought that doesn't align with your integrity or your values or the direction that you wish to go into. The second one that we have is Rosetta. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So this may be more specific for a couple of people in the collective. It may not resonate with everyone, that's what I'm getting, but that is a confirmation for somebody in the collective, okay? So if you've been thinking about that, if you've been noticing your connection with children being very pure and very effortless, if you've been drawn to working with children and helping them um, grow in love or in any way, shape, or form, maybe you're thinking about becoming a therapist, or maybe you're just thinking about working in a field where children are involved, then this would be a confirmation for you. All right, so that's where I feel called to end it. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you to the angels. We appreciate all of your assistance and for your messages coming through. They want you to know that you are very loved, that you are very supported. Don't hesitate to ask for their help. That's what they're there for. All of the archangels can be anywhere at any time, but your guardian angels are only assigned to you. So they want you to know that you can reach out to them. You can reach out to the guardian or the I'm having a brain fart now. The angelic realm or angels, help me out here. But the archangels, thank you. That's my tired brain. Thank you for the angels. The archangels at any time that you need assistance, okay? So know that you're divinely protected and that you're loved and supported always and forever. And they are providing you the guidance that you need. You just need to tune into these messages and urges and follow them. Follow them. It's like following a little breadcrumb trail as a little mouse, right? We need to follow them, and then the next doorway is open for us, and buzz, the next opportunity, and the next level, and the next growth and development happens, right? So, yes, they want you to know you're doing a great job, and it might feel really difficult today. You might be second guessing yourself. You might have this energy building inside of you that makes you, yeah, say, I can't, I can't. They want you to switch that and say, I can, I am, I can, and I am, I can, and I am. Okay. So let that be your mantra for today. Okay. I love you all so much. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, join our beautiful community of light. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If it resonates with you today, then please let me know in the comments. Okay. All right. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.